We thought the Halloween market was gonna be our last market of the year, but we found this one and it's got this amazing advantage over any other market, which is it is right here. It is so close to our house. How could we not do it? So we are getting ready to do our very first Red Roof Family Farm holiday Christmas market. I have all of these boxes, so many dried flowers, and the truth is, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them all. So, perfect opportunity to try to sell some, try to put together some products to see if people are excited about them. We have some really exciting ideas. We have these $20 bouquets that have been selling really well. We've actually sold most of what I had over the fall. And so I need to make a bunch more of these for the market. How much do you think we're gonna sell, Ian?
Well, there has been some other farmers market that have been going on in our little community area, and they've been getting really good turnout, just at some unconventional locations. And so I think that this one being a Christmas market and everybody kind of being into the farmer market vibe, I think that there could be a lot of people there. Now, do they want dried flowers? I don't know, if you make them look good, then maybe they do. I'm sure you could sell $300. If you want to sell, $500, then you got to bring $600 or $700 worth of stuff at least, right?
Plan is today I make bouquets, tomorrow I make Christmas ornaments and dried flower head pieces, and then Thursday I make Christmas wreaths, and then Friday we do the market. I'm making the ornaments before I make the flower crowns, so if anything gets knocked off this list, it's gonna be the flower crowns because they're fussy.
I'm excited to see what people think about the dried ranunculus.
Yeah, I'm gonna do yellow and brown. It's like what I'm working on right now. I'm gonna do some of these ranunculus, maybe throw some of those in. I think it'll be fun. But yeah, I don't know, there's lots to work with. Oh, what are you doing? You're being crazy. Shots, right, Ian?
Right.
Those ranunculus. I don't know, I'm happy with that. I think they look good. Now I just need to do that 6 more times.
Last night, Serena was up to 1 o'clock in the morning making flower bouquets. So we're doing pretty good for what we need to get done for this Friday.
How good do these look? I really like the little shot of color in there.
Serena's doing a really good job with these dried flowers.
The supply of dried flowers barely even looks dented so far.
There's still so much, so much left. Like, look at all of this. Can't even tell. In case you are wondering, what exactly are we gonna do with all these dried flowers? We are thinking about some different things of what to do with them, but the bulk of the sales that I anticipate this stuff will be prepared over the winter and then easy sells in the early spring.
I have 5 styles completed. So I have 25 of the $20 bunches, and I'm really happy with how they've turned out. You know, they're quite distinct from each other. I still need to do a design that has the Sweet Annie, that has like more of a green base to it. But at this point, I want to transition to maybe the thing I'm the most excited about. I really like the simplicity and like the versatileness of these $20 bunches. You know, they're not massive. They work really well for lots of places in people's homes. And I think that's part of the reason why they've been selling so well. But the problem is they're very delicate. It's really difficult to transport these, even just down to the market. We wrap them in the paper and that gives them some protection, but we need to handle them very carefully. And it also is a problem for being able to sell them outside of like, you know, directly handing it to the customers. I would love to be able to figure out a way to ship these, to mail them. You guys are always telling me how much you would love to buy some of my dried flowers. I have requests all the time for people wanting to buy entire cases of dried flowers, but they don't transport that well. I haven't been able to figure out how to actually put this into the mail and have it come out of the mail and not just be potpourri at the end. So I am so excited about this new item. I have been working on making these Christmas ornaments, and these are the perfect solution to the problem of how do you transport dried flowers, which is you literally put them inside this like unbreakable hard shell. As soon as I started playing with them, I was like, oh my God, these look amazing. They look so good. And like, they're very like, you know, either side looks good. They're not like only one half looks good and you have to be specific about how you hang it on the tree. I'm really excited about these. This is my question for you guys, because this is my experiment with these. Is this something you are also excited about? Because this I could ship. So let me know if this is something that you guys are excited about. I think we're gonna sell them for $8 or sets of 3 for $20. You gotta take the tops off so that you can fill them up. After you're done filling it, then you got to get these little caps back on without messing up the cap. And I have lots of practice on this because my children pull the tops off of all of my Christmas ornaments. And so I've done this many times, but then it pops back on and it's all finished. Yeah. I like the larkspur and the eucalyptus. I think it's a good design. So I need to put together designs. You know, and I was just kind of playing around at first, seeing what would fit inside. And the gomphrena and the straw flower and the status, they all fit nicely. And then Leah came and she tried out some of the larkspur, and I really liked the larkspur inside. You know, and then I've put one of my grass seed heads, and I think that sits really nicely. But you do need to be a little bit intentional about what you're putting in. And then my mother is a massive Christmas ornament snob. She is like only the best, and she's like really picky. And the one thing that she always is like looking at is the color themes of them. So my first thought, you know, would be, oh, just cram whatever, it doesn't matter. But no, my mom would say that is wrong. What I need to do is I need to have color themes on the ornaments, because if you're going for a specific color theme on your Christmas tree, then it will match. So I'm being inspired by her. So I did like a straw flower design that's like all whites, right? And then the next one that I'm gonna work on here is yellows, right? And so I'm gonna keep them kind of, you know, in a mix of of flowers, but in a single color palette. Okay, so the straw flower is a little tricky because you can see this is the opening, this is how big the flower is. But if you stick it in so that the petals can kind of turn back in on themselves, I found that I can get some bigger ones. I kind of can close them up and then shove them in, and then they open up once they're inside. So that's my trick on the straw flower, at least. Put some yellow on top, and then my mother will be so proud of me. It feels like you want to just keep stuffing this as much as you possibly can inside of this ornament. But if you put too much in, then it starts to look all crammed. So you need to stop before you go too far. There, look, boom. So Ian, what is your opinion on on these?
Well, I like them because they have my favorite trait. They look like they're gonna sell. I think we could actually make some money on these. They're very, you know, they look very good, right? And I think a lot of people would hang these on their Christmas tree.
Me putting them together.
First up for the market today is to put together all of, the tent, the tables, just get everything all together because, we didn't think we were going to be doing any more markets this year. So everything's kind of been put away into storage, and I don't want to be scrambling looking for something in the very last minute. Also, something else to take note of is we don't have my big farm truck. My truck is stuck on Vancouver Island because we took a little road trip, and then our province had a bit of a natural disaster with, crazy flooding that washed out basically all the highways between where we live in the Okanagan and the closest major city, which is Vancouver. We had to fly back home, and my truck's still out there. So we only have the minivan, but if we have to make multiple trips, if we have to get it kind of set up and then I have to run back and grab a few more, boxes, then that won't be any problem. First up is digging through my marketing tote, see what's in there. We still have lots of these beautiful Salanova lettuces. We're gonna bring some salad mix down. I've been eating lots of this and it's so tasty right now. It's like 10 out of 10. So we might as well bring some down and use it as a little bit of an advertising to show the people of our area that we've got delicious greens so they can shop with us next year. But I'm gonna harvest this now and then I'm going to turn it into salad mix later on. it.
It's harvest time. Whoa. Poor tree. I have been hoarding a few things in my garden. It's December, so why would I hoard them? And the answer is because I have big plans for Christmas wreaths with some really cool stuff. So let's go do some harvesting. We don't need water for this harvest. I still have my sedums and they've dried nice and brown. And these, I think, are gonna be a fun little punch of something different in with the Christmas greenery.
You go down the side. I booped you.
I also have some of this Dusty Miller left. I think this is gonna give a really nice silver punch against the green. The most exciting piece of all, my kale flowers. I saved a bunch of these because the stems were so short, I couldn't really do much with them in the bouquets, and I knew that these would look just incredible in the Christmas wreaths and they'll have more than enough stem to work with. This is what they really should look like, these nice big full flowers. And mine, I just planted them a little bit too late because I planted them, I think, in July. So this next year I'm gonna plant them a lot earlier and have them ready earlier and have them be more abundant. But I love these. And you know, we've had some really hard freezes and these just, they go and they go and they go. Like, I can pretty much guarantee every year I could have these for Christmas. I'm gonna leave some of it. I think that's probably enough of this. And then I have one last thing. I have some of these Tuscan or dinosaur kales, and we don't grow them to sell, but I really like the decorative look of them. So I had some of these in Ian's garden, and I used these last year in my Christmas wreath, and they held up really nicely. And I also like the look of them as like a fall filler. So I'm going to be growing more of this next year, but these add a really nice pop.
You say take me on a treasure hunt. I long for something new. Have you heard the fairies when they sing and dance? Oh, I wish it was me every night. When I close my eyes, I see trust you when you say that
It's market morning now. I have about 3 hours to get the last bit of work done before we have to leave. So, you know, I'm excited. My first thing that I really have to do is just bag up all the salad mix. But that should be pretty easy because Serina doesn't even really want to sell it at the market. She wants to sell it on the roadside on Saturday. So it's not like I have to do a lot or I have to get a lot done. And then after that, it's just, you know, trying to find the last little odds and ends for our market display. But, you know, all in all, it should be a pretty casual last 3 hours before we have to leave. I have about 25 bags of salad mix done now, and then it's just kind of the final bits of packing the actual dried flowers and the wreaths, because basically all the other gear, I found it and I packed it away already, so we're getting close. It's almost time to go.
We have the van all loaded up now. We had to be a little bit cautious about how things went in. We have a lot less space because we don't have our truck with us right now. We actually have, you know, a fair amount of value that we're bringing down. I stayed up late last night and I made wreaths. We have about $500 in wreaths. We have at least $600 in dried flower bouquets, and then we have $300 in the Christmas ornaments. So then with a few bits and pieces here and there, you know, like we've already said earlier, we're not expecting to sell that much at this market, but we are also going to sell on the road tomorrow, so that was part of what we're prepping for. We have the most important thing of all, the Christmas blanket, because it's going to be cold out.
What's your opinion? What do you think we're going to sell?
Well, I actually think that there's going to be more people here than you do, so I don't know. I could see us selling $800.
Yeah?
You know, the Christmas ornaments, I think that they could sell well. Who doesn't want wreaths, right? When you only have 10 of them, some of them are going to sell, I would assume. Maybe not. Maybe 0 will sell. If the wreaths don't sell, then then we might as well sell the farm because everything's done. We're all packed. We're in here pretty tight. You got your little display.
My display.
I think that all the Christmas ornaments are look good on that.
Mm-hmm. But let's do this.
Okay.
Let's go. I have everything all set up now, and I'm actually really happy with how the display turned out. It filled up the space really nicely. We didn't overpack things, and seeing those wreaths hung up, they really, you know, I'm really happy with how they turned out. It's hard to judge them sometimes just laying flat, so it's fun to see them hanging on the tent behind me.
It's looking very festive in here.
Very Christmassy because it's dark out. Luckily, one of our neighbors was like, you should bring down some Christmas lights or else it's going to be completely dark out. So we got a little bit of light going. But it's getting chilly and it's pretty dark, and unfortunately it's hard to see any of the details. So anyone who's been coming to look at the Christmas ornaments, I've been like shining my cell phone flashlight to be able to show them what they actually look like. So I think it's safe to assume I'm probably not going to sell any of the dried flowers at this point because you can't even see the colors at all in the amount of light that we have. But I think we're almost at $200.
Really?
Yeah. And so that's about, I was saying 300. There's still 2 more hours left,
Yes.
but it's fun and it's festive, and we've gotten to say hello to some of our market friends, which was the whole intention. And I really think the place that we're gonna sell the wreaths is tomorrow on the roadside.
It's about 6:30 now. There's only a half hour left in the market. We sold about $300 or so nothing too crazy. But Leah has been doing really well with her cards. She has been working after school for the last couple days, drawing up all these Christmas cards, and they're really cute. So people have been buying those like crazy. As you can see, it still looks very festive here because we haven't sold any wreaths. So that's a bit of a disappointment, but like Serina said, I think we're gonna sell a lot of those tomorrow on the roadside. Me, I'm pretty cold, and I'm gonna make it because we only have another half hour until the market's done. Serina took the kids home a little while ago, but our minivan, which always has battery problems, is having more battery problems. It barely started, so we're lucky. We almost had like a forever night where we're stuck here with the kids and the van won't start. But instead, we'll get her done, and I'll fix that problem tomorrow. Live from the end of the market. It's over. We're all packed up. It was very cold. I don't know what we sold. Probably just over $300. We didn't sell any wreaths, so I don't think we're making wreaths anymore.
What? We have a big day of wreath selling tomorrow.
Well, if we don't sell any wreaths tomorrow,
There's someone else selling wreaths, and there was like no customers.
if we don't sell any wreaths tomorrow, then I'm cutting wreaths out of our business plan for the future.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's the rule.
Leah, how did you do at the market?
I made Christmas cards. I sold $12, but I think I sold like three, so 6 cards, I think.
We woke up to a winter wonderland this morning. It is quite snowy out here, so we are gonna have to delay our selling at the farm stand idea until a day that is safer to pull off the road. We have everything ready, so it's not gonna be too difficult to set up and sell. And Saturdays are a good day for selling up on the road, but it's more important to us that everything is safe than that we sell a little bit. And honestly, weekdays kind of 3 to 5 are probably even better than the weekends. We have so many people who drive along the front of our house on the way home. So, Monday might end up being the right day to try to sell these wreaths.